In the dead of night, as the world slept and the city lights flickered quietly across the Crimean landscape, a new chapter in the war was about to be written. The war in Ukraine shifted dramatically, catching both sides off guard and sending shockwaves through military command centers. In a daring and meticulously planned move, a swift 7-minute operation by the Ukrainian Navy struck deep into occupied Crimea, right under the noses of Russian forces. The target was a key Russian military base, a stronghold thought to be impenetrable, but it was hit with astonishing speed and surgical precision. This was more than just another battle. It was a bold message to the world. Nowhere in occupied territory is safe for Russian forces anymore. The operation's lightning speed left Russia unable to react, exposing vulnerabilities and revealing a new level of Ukrainian military skill. Every detail was carefully planned, every move calculated, and every second counted. Sharp intelligence, advanced surveillance, and cutting-edge technology all came together, making this strike a true masterpiece of modern warfare. The Ukrainian Navy executed the mission flawlessly, vanishing into the darkness before Russia could even mount a response, leaving only confusion in their wake. For those 7 minutes, the sky over Crimea belonged entirely to Ukraine, as explosions lit up the night and Russian defenses scrambled in vain. The mission's stunning success shocked Russian command, leaving generals scrambling for answers and exposing cracks in their defenses. Across Ukraine, news of the operation inspired hope and pride as people celebrated a rare and significant victory. It proved to the world that Ukraine's forces are not only growing stronger, but are also becoming more sophisticated and capable with each passing day. Ukrainian soldiers now move with renewed confidence, knowing their training and technology are making a real difference on the battlefield. Rather than relying on large, costly battles, Ukraine is now targeting high-value assets with precision, aiming to cripple Russia's war machine piece by piece. The world watched in awe as Ukraine demonstrated its ability to strike with both efficiency and daring, changing the narrative of the conflict. This lightning-fast attack will be remembered as a turning point in Ukraine's fight for freedom, a moment when the impossible became possible. Ukrainian officials proudly announced the victory, boosting national morale and sending a clear message to allies and adversaries alike. The operation showed that Ukraine's resolve is unbreakable, and its determination to reclaim its land is only growing stronger. Their creativity and adaptability are increasing, as new tactics and technologies are rapidly integrated into every mission. The strike sent a clear, unmistakable signal. The tide of war is turning in Ukraine's favor, and the world is taking notice. The target was the Chersonese Airfield, a sprawling military installation perched on the southwestern tip of Crimea. It sits near Sevastopol, home to Russia's powerful Black Sea Fleet and a nerve center for Moscow's naval operations in the region. This base wasn't just another airfield, it was a vital hub for Russian intelligence, launching and controlling a fleet of advanced spy drones. These drones acted as Russia's eyes in the sky, constantly monitoring the Black Sea and southern Ukraine, gathering real-time intelligence. Destroying the airfield was a direct attack on Russia's surveillance network, disrupting their ability to see and respond to threats. The drones based here enabled Russia to track Ukrainian troop movements, coordinate defenses, and plan devastating missile strikes with precision. By hitting Chersonese, Ukraine dismantled a key part of Russia's war machine, sending a clear message about their reach and capabilities. Russia believed this base was secure, protected by distance and layers of defenses far from the front lines of battle. The Ukrainian strike shattered that illusion, proving Ukraine can hit anywhere in Crimea, no matter how fortified. Now, Russia is forced to spread its air defenses thinner across the peninsula, unable to concentrate protection in just one area. The attack was as much psychological as it was physical, forcing Russian commanders to rethink their security and strategy. Ukraine's intelligence was spot on. They knew exactly which hangars to target, striking at the heart of Russia's drone operations. This level of precision reveals a deep understanding of enemy operations and a growing sophistication in Ukrainian planning. The strike was a calculated move, not random aggression. Each missile had a purpose, each target chosen for maximum impact. By neutralizing Chersonese, Ukraine has crippled Russia's surveillance and coordination in the Black Sea, shifting the balance in this critical theater of war. The 7-minute strike was executed with remarkable precision and coordination, carried out by a swarm of Ukrainian drones, each programmed for a specific target and mission. These unmanned aerial vehicles flew low and fast, hugging the terrain to avoid detection and skillfully evading Russian radar systems. The use of drones allowed Ukraine to launch a surprise attack from hundreds of kilometers away, striking deep behind enemy lines where Russian forces felt secure. The operation showcased Ukraine's growing expertise in drone warfare, with skilled operators guiding the drones in real time and adapting to changing battlefield conditions. The drones hit their targets, hangars and control centers, with pinpoint accuracy, demonstrating the effectiveness of modern drone technology in precision strikes. Explosions and fires confirmed the mission's success, leaving Russian forces scrambling to respond to the sudden devastation. This method lets Ukraine inflict massive damage on a larger enemy by targeting critical assets, crippling infrastructure and reducing Russia's ability to wage war. The skill and focus of Ukrainian drone operators was on full display as they navigated complex airspace and overcame electronic countermeasures. Drones have become one of Ukraine's most important weapons, cheap, deadly and versatile, able to adapt to a wide range of missions on the modern battlefield. Ukraine is now a world leader in drone innovation and combat, constantly developing new tactics and technologies to stay ahead of its adversaries. Russian air defenses, built for larger threats like jets and missiles, failed to stop the swarm of small, agile drones that slipped through undetected. The attack exposed a major vulnerability in Russia's defenses, revealing that even the most advanced systems can be outmaneuvered by creative tactics. Ukraine's creative use of drones is changing the face of modern warfare, inspiring militaries around the world to rethink their strategies and invest in drone technology. The operation was a tactical and technological triumph, marking a new era in the conflict and proving the power of innovation on the battlefield. The main goal was to destroy Russia's reconnaissance drones at Khersonis. The strike was a resounding success. Several high-value Russian drones were destroyed or damaged. Among the losses, Iranian-made Mohajer-6 drones used for surveillance and attacks. Also destroyed were at least 2 Russian forepost drones, key to Russia's Black Sea surveillance. These losses leave gaps in Russia's intelligence network, making operations harder. The attack also wrecked the hangars and control stations needed to operate the drones. Even if Russia has spare drones, launching them from Khersonis is now much harder. By targeting both drones and their support systems, Ukraine ensured long-lasting impact. The Mohajer-6 and forepost are expensive and difficult to replace, especially under sanctions. Iran may hesitate to supply more drones after seeing their vulnerability. The strike inflicted a lasting material cost on Russia's military. The Black Sea is now a little safer for Ukraine. Destroying the drones at Khersonis immediately weakened Russia's ability to wage war. Without these drones, Russia is partially blind over the Black Sea. Real-time surveillance is lost, making it harder to track Ukrainian movements or plan missile strikes. Russia may now have to risk manned aircraft or rely on less accurate satellite data. This slows decision-making and gives Ukraine a battlefield advantage. The drones also guided Russian weapons. Without them, the kill chain is broken. Accurate long-range strikes against Ukraine are now much more difficult. Blinding the enemy is central to Ukraine's strategy. By targeting Russia's intelligence assets, Ukraine disrupts its ability to act coherently. The Kherson strike was a clean, efficient operation with major strategic impact. The Khersonis strike is part of a larger Ukrainian campaign to liberate occupied territory. For months, Ukraine has targeted Russian assets in Crimea, headquarters, warships, bridges and depots. Each strike weakens Russia's grip and brings liberation closer. Ukraine's military now plans and executes complex, long-range operations with success. The campaign aims to degrade Russia's capabilities, disrupt command, and lower morale. Ukraine has shifted from defense to taking the initiative, striking where and when it chooses. Advanced drones and missiles let Ukraine hit targets once thought unreachable. The world is watching as Ukraine proves smart strategy can push back against aggression. Each destroyed Russian asset is a victory for Ukraine and for national sovereignty. The strike on Khersonis is another chapter in Ukraine's story of resilience. While the Navy struck Crimea, Ukraine's National Guard destroyed a Russian S-300V air defense system in Zaporizhzhia. The S-300V is a powerful long-range missile launcher, key to Russia's defensive shield. Taking it out weakens Russia's air defenses and creates safer corridors for Ukrainian operations. This is part of a broader plan to deny Russia control of the skies. Ukraine's coordinated efforts target both Russian eyes and shields. Precision strikes on high-value assets maximize Ukraine's impact. This asymmetric strategy inflicts outsized damage on Russia's military. The destruction of the S-300V shows Ukraine's plan is working. The war's human toll on Russian forces is staggering. Ukraine estimates over 1 million Russian troops lost since the invasion began. Daily reports show heavy fighting and significant Russian casualties. These losses undermine Russia's ability to continue the war and strain its society. High casualties force repeated mobilizations, sending poorly trained soldiers to the front. The numbers reveal a military being worn down by determined Ukrainian resistance. Inflicting these losses is central to Ukraine's strategy for ultimate victory. The 7-minute strike on Kherson was a decisive blow with far-reaching consequences. Ukraine destroyed valuable Russian equipment, weakening surveillance and attack capabilities in the Black Sea. The material losses are hard for Russia to replace under sanctions. Psychologically, the attack shattered the myth of Crimea's safety for Russian forces. For Ukrainians, it's a symbol of hope and proof of their army's strength. The operation highlights Ukraine's modern strategy, smart, efficient, and high impact. Combined with other successes, it shows Ukraine's plan is working. This victory demonstrates intelligence, technology, and bravery can turn the tide. By crippling a key Russian base, Ukraine has made the Black Sea safer and sent a message of defiance. The 7-minute victory in Crimea is a significant step toward ultimate victory.